What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're interacting to the third episode of Sonny Boy. This one's titled The Cat Who Wore Sandals. They could be talking about a literal cat at this point. I don't know with this show. I mean, we had the power that turned the girl into a Tanuki girl, right? So, sure, it's probably a literal cat at this point. I don't know if that's like an actual like proverb or saying or folk story or something that has some significant meaning. I don't know what many of the titles of this show mean, to be honest. Like, the island at the far end of summer made sense since we arrived on the island, and it's like, okay, this is our, like, setting. And then aliens, I didn't really understand where they're going with that, unless we're the aliens in this world. And then Cow War Sandals, who knows where the hell they're going with this one. This show is just, I don't want to say weird, but I do want to say weird, if that makes sense. It's a bit all over the place at the moment. We're only 2 episodes in total, so it makes sense that I don't fully get it yet. I think I have an idea on what this show wants to try and do, at least the themes it's exploring anyway. I don't know if this is all going to culminate into one big final plot narrative or not, but I think it depends on what this episode does. I feel like it might start laying the groundwork for what the grander narrative is, but otherwise feel somewhat episodic, if that makes sense. Because the first episode we had the whole, well, it seems like there are intrinsic rules that are being, aside from all the character building and everything that happens, there's an intrinsic rule and, I guess, what's the word? I forgot the name of the word, like moral, there we go. And there's an intrinsic moral that each episode seems to carry. The first one very much relates around rules are important and you should follow the rules, but you should also keep, whoever's making the rules should be kept in check so they don't get power-hungry ideals. And it very much felt like a respect the rules, but you should still question whether the rules are fair kind of vibe. And that's definitely true for, I think, a greater like governmental system. It's like, yes, you follow the government's rulings, but you still should have the right and should very much call out upon the government when it goes too far. Because if the government goes too far, we see what happens when things get out of control. I think the entirety of the 20th century is a very good example of that. There's plenty of examples to take from in there. And many, many before history as well, and probably some even in today's world. But still, you get the idea of that sort of thing. Then they didn't really touch upon that at all in the second episode. It's possible that rule was only based in the school world that they were in, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just that they didn't want to risk invoking it again, so they just kind of like didn't approach it again. They didn't want to try out. It's just like, okay, we've established that, let's forget that's a thing now, kind of thing. And then the second episode is very much about, like, the intrinsic value of things and how you shouldn't just take things for granted for the most part. Just because someone has the power and can give you a lot of things doesn't mean you should just take advantage of that and just take from them all the time. There is intrinsic value in trade, in because it wasn't just a monetary value thing. Like, it was just a, oh, here's a thank you for doing this for me, because they, that's what clued the smart guy in. What was his name? What is his name? Rajdani? He's the one that seems to be, he's the one that's thinking through all of this. He's very much the one that he's probably my favorite character at this point. I like the way he's going about these things. He's working things out. And he's really trying to understand this world from a scientific and just a curiosity standpoint more than anything. He's very curious about this world, and I like that. But he noticed that because the only thing that didn't burn up in those fires were the things that he actually traded for equal value. And that clued him into the idea, and what led to his, like, crypto discovery or creation that now has a tangible thing, so we can now buy and sell items, essentially, to each other. But it's not just from numerical value, it's also from a emotional value, because who was it? Mizuho gave Nagara something as a thank you and didn't want anything from him for it. So she already felt like he'd given her something, and so she gave him something just a bit more physical this time. So it felt like it was a fair deal to her, and therefore nothing would happen in that instance, because I think just going from a romantic standpoint, when you buy your significant other a gift, you're not expecting something else in return for that gift. You're giving them a gift because they've given you love, affection, happy feelings, whatever it may be, and you want to give them just something a bit more physically tangible for that, as part of that. So it feels gifts are a physical interpretation of the feelings that the other person has already given you. That's kind of the idea behind that. I guess birthdays and Christmas are a little different, but it's also born out of love, I suppose. Not necessarily always a romantic love, but a family love, a friendship kind of love. Like, they're a bit more iffy to try and work around, but you can still get the idea behind how that works. And it feels like each episode is going to be tackling another little thing like that. I don't know where we're going with this next one. I really don't. We did get the reveal that Nozomi's power is compass, as she's calling it. So she can see the way out. And in theory, that means we can eventually leave this island. But at the moment, it's just a dot far away, which she said as well at the school, right? She said that exact same thing, like, she can see a point, like, off in the distance, but it was never there. And then once the school really started sinking and it was, like, pretty much going under, she took a running leap and found it. Because it had gone closer. So I'm guessing as these characters learn and grow, essentially, that point is going to start coming closer and closer and closer, and then they'll be able to move on to the next stage, worlds, or as they're calling them, with the grand intention of returning back, and I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a greater narrative than that. I don't know if there's necessarily a villain to this story. I guess life is the villain, as it is for many of us. But if anyone was to be a villain of this cast, like, Asukaze, he was the one that had, like, the shattering power, right? He felt quite villainous, but maybe he's turning around now just because he's, like, a rule breaker. He doesn't like following rules. He's just little, kind of, like, shit in that regard. But honestly, I do not trust Starboy, the one with the little star here. I don't trust him. Like, if anyone's going to turn out to be a villain, 90% my mind thinks it's going to be him. I just don't trust him. Just the way the first episode kind of made him out to be, I didn't particularly like him, and the way he's... I can't remember how much he was in the second episode now that I think about it, but the first episode made me not like him, and I don't think the second episode helped either, so... If anyone was to be, like, a overall villain, if such a thing's going to exist, it would probably be him. But I guess we'll see what direction the show ultimately wants to take, because I don't know if it even wants to take that type of direction, so... Yeah, anyway, go load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture access I do on the channel, which is everything from the current season lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear, and Lock Horizon. They'll be returning this week on their normal schedules. I don't want to be so far behind, but I will try and catch up where I can. I'm already doing double episodes for Lock Horizon and World Trigger. I might need to do more than that, though, to catch up. Lock Horizon, we don't necessarily have an ultimate deadline that I need to hit. I just want to get it done out of the way because I've put so much delays on it already. But World Trigger, we do have a deadline since Season 3 is coming in October, and I do want to be caught up, ready for that, so I might try and fit in some more episodes of World Trigger here and there where I can. Maybe make it a triple episode day if I can. I'm not going to promise anything because you all know how I'm like on my schedule, but I would like to try and get more episodes of that in. Because Tuesday is going to open up a little bit with To Your Eternity ending a little earlier in the season because it's only a 20-episode show instead of a 24-episode show. So maybe I can slip an extra World Trigger episode in because of that or something like that. We'll see. Well, we might go for extra Symphogear episodes since that's its time slot as well, since I fell behind on Symphogear as well. We'll plan something out along those lines anyway. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down from 3 to 1 play. And play say episode, I say episode, we should be in sync. Watch this one on Funimation, since they're the ones who license this series. We have the Funimation logo to start, so it's about 7 seconds of logos. Call it out as they go past, but you can also see a screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Funimation, cheers. Here we go. In the bathrooms, okay. The hell are we doing? Whoa, okay. Where the hell are we going? That's unsettling. What, we have a whole, like... Okay. What is going on? Whoa, we've... How... What, this show's going so fast. Uh-huh. Sure. I think it's probably just your power. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. What is your power at this point? Like, Jesus Christ. That's a good question. What? Okay. Guy's just frozen. Alright. Huh? Mm. Seems likely. Hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm. What? The hell is this thing? Okay. Okay, there's another one. Probably not. Nothing. Working out? Hmm. Right. Okay. I mean, he's quite fine with that. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Right. Yeah, that's how the world works. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's possible. No one noticed. Hmm. Hmm. Why wouldn't they be here? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Weird. Huh. Interesting. What? Well, no one noticed them go, so it's unlikely to be a power. I mean, it definitely feels like that, yes. Hmm. Governed by the absurd, okay. Interesting. Now it's his power. Hmm. No, no one frozen. That's attitude. Hmm. The power list? Okay. Let me order you something for access to the power list, okay. Newtonian Clay, Amazon Switch, Universal Club Room, no power. There's app terrestrial. What the hell does that mean? Not really. What? That'd be too easy. Well, obviously. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. What was that about? That very much felt like he was trying to isolate you away from everyone. There's a fourth one now. We can have a fifth already? No. Hmm. Yes. I'd want to. Hmm. Whoa. What the fuck? What is going on? Did what? Okay. Oof. Hmm. Hmm. isolating themselves. Working out. Hmm. Hmm. They don't want to come out. Yeah, they don't want to be out. I mean, could knock them out and drag them out, but I don't know if that will work. Yeah. What do you think he's gonna be good for? Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's just mean. This place. Right. Not really. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, but you'll have to tell us now, I guess. Oh, shit. This is the same design. Hmm. Music. Okay. What is going on? Uh-huh. They were forced out. interesting. So bizarre. Mm-hmm. Yeah? He can't even go to that other place now. I guess it doesn't exist anymore? Yeah, it doesn't exist. Hmm. Oh, he absolutely has the power. Yeah. Oh. Oh. My head hurts with this show. It really does. I don't know what I'm watching. It's so all over the place. Alright. Yeah, I don't know with this show, honestly. I really don't know with this show. It's very, very, very tough for me to get into this. Like, I just. I don't know, it's just not capturing me at this point. Like, everything's going. It feels like so much has happened, but nothing has happened at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, we've gone through so many days, we've gone through so many world discoveries, the idea of discovering worlds, the idea that it's Nagara, that he's the one discovering the worlds. Like, everything's going so all over the place that I can't coherently keep track of any of it. And I feel so disconnected from it. I don't know if that's the point, but like, I just don't feel like I connect with the characters. I don't feel like I connect with the world at all, or worlds, I should say. And it just feels so, like I said, it feels so disconnected that I just don't know what I'm watching or what I'm watching for now at this point. So I think I'm actually going to drop this one. Not to say it's a bad show. I'm sure. Okay, this is the type of show where I think I need to binge it. Like, I think I need to binge the entire thing through to completion, and then it will maybe stick with me. But right now, watching this weekly, and a little bit longer than weekly, admittedly, but watching it weekly, I think is just not helping me at all with enjoying this show. I just don't think it works for me. Maybe I'm just dumb. I'm just not getting it. Maybe there's something to get and it's just not there for me. But yeah, I'm just not invested at this point. And I don't want to fake enthusiasm for a show that I don't have to. Especially considering the mess that this season's been, right? So I think I'm going to drop this one here. I will probably go back and watch this show, binge it all, end of the season when I find some free time, and just see what it was all about, to see if I can get it. If I still don't get it from that, I'll watch some like reviews or something, or read some reviews, just to kind of get a feel of what it was aiming for, and then go from there. But for now, I'm going to drop this one, leave it off the schedule, because, like I said, I don't want to fake enthusiasm for a show that I'm not actually enjoying. So, yeah, that's my decision. People who are continuing watching this one, let me know how it goes, because episode 4 is already out at this point. I could literally go and watch episode 4 right this second, if it wasn't the fact I have very limited recording time right now, and I can't afford to do that anyway. But like, let me know how episode 4 did in the comments here. Well, actually, no, not in the comments here. Go to my Discord and let me know how episode 4 did, just in case people watching this one haven't seen episode 4 yet. Let me know how episode 4 went in my Discord. And let me know how the show continues to go on, because I am curious to see what ends up happening with it, if it does have like a final narrative that it wants to develop or not. But right now, I have no interest in continuing on with this one. That's just my decision. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Leave a like and let me know your thoughts on how you think of the series. I gave it my 3-episode rule, and it just I just can't connect with it in any way. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We have plenty of other summer 2021 shows that are currently ongoing. So check some of those out and see if there's any other shows that I'm watching this season that you'll also enjoy. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.